Hi everyone, this is Antoinette Bay with the Paper Papillion. I am here to share one of these cards with you that I'm going to create tonight because you purchased this kit. And boy, was this kit heavy on the die cutting, as you can see. It was fun to make. Now, back when I introduced this class, I had let you know that I cased this card and it's called Sheet Load of Cards. Now, I saw Creative Chelsea, who I linked in my newsletter. I linked you right to this card. She created this card using these papers here, and then she used these colors of flowers, but these are not Stampin' Up! Die cuts. I don't even know the brand of these die cuts. I found them in a bin at a thrift shop when I was going to drop off some household and clothing at a thrift shop. I stopped by a bookshelf that was in there because there was a book that caught my eye, and right next to it was a box of die cutting pieces. And so I found some sets that I thought were really cute. I thought it was really interesting that the thrift shop had these items in my local neighborhood, but then again, maybe not because I've donated my some of my Stampin' Up! Like wood blocks to the thrift shop, that exact thrift shop. So it wasn't surprising actually to see it there. Well, it was and it wasn't. But anyway, long story short, this is the card that I copied from Case, not exactly, but Chelsea Christensen of Creative Chelsea. She used a program called Sheetload of Cards, which is a program that Crafty Owl on YouTube has a monthly program called Sheetload of Cards. So I just want to be sure that you know that, and I'll link that in the YouTube video description. Okay, so the all of these cards are based on this one card that Creative Chelsea made. Okay, and so that was one in your kit. This is two. This is the third, the fourth, the fifth. Even this wheat color looks pretty in a card. Sixth, seventh, and eighth. So we're going to make just this one because I think that's my favorite because of the colors. And I also think that this is my second favorite. But you're going to get to make all of them in your kits. And I also have a surprise little gift in there for you. So this one's labeled for videos, but I'm only doing one because they are all the same. Once I do it with you once, you will have it. So this is how yours is packed, okay? The only thing you're not seeing is the surprise little gift. I was on Instagram and saw a little something, a little gift pack made for someone in Germany, demonstrator, and I used what I had and I recreated it, and that's going to be your little gift, and it's off to the side, but I can't show you. Okay, so this is what your kits look like. Okay, so everything's in there for you. Look at all that die cutting. Let me tell you, my hands hurt. And so you'll get your strips and the insert and the cardstock. Every single one is going to look like this. So this is my extra set, though, that I was going to do all of these in a video, but it's not worth it because they're all the same. So once you follow this, oh, what I meant to tell you is what you will notice, though, is in this card, I had already, well, you're not seeing it here, but I had started to cut these for you. And then I said, wait a second, they need really, the purchasers really need to do that themselves. This one doesn't have any of the die cuts in it because I forgot to do one for myself for just that card. So let's get started. So I'll take this out. And here are all my die cuts. And here are all my pieces. And also for mine, when I didn't have enough paper to go all the way across, I kind of took little scraps that I had, and that's how I am using my scraps because I know how to cover it, and you'll have full length pieces. mine are shorter because I'm going to show you how I, just let's keep that in the photo. I think I have to change out my mat. It's a little too busy. Okay, I forgot my bone folder. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is just I need my adhesive, so I might as well get my bone folder. Yeah, this mat is a little too busy for me. So I'm just gonna put this on the inside. The insides are plain. I didn't do any die cutting for the inside because I had done so much for the outside. I wasn't going there on the inside. Okay. And then we have this piece, which is going to go right on there with dimensionals. But first, you have I think it's 4 3/4 by 1.5 inch strip. So what you're going to do is take your paper trimmer and open that up. Now, point to point. So this point and this point, the opposite points, the top one goes into the little slit and the bottom one goes into the little slit on an angle like that. Slit to slit. I mean, point to point. Right there, and hold it down as best you can, and then slice. So now you have your 2 pieces. Okay, that's all you're going to do to each and every card except the Calypso Coral, which is already done for you. Okay, and then we're going to take our pieces here. Well, not this piece, this piece. Okay, and then you're just going to put some, I would use liquid glue. So this is my top and this is my bottom. I would use liquid glue because it's easily maneuverable to get it in the right places. If you don't have it exactly where you want it, it's easy to manipulate to get it to where you want it. And that's about how much room I want on my card on top. And you want to do the same for the bottom. Now I'm eyeballing it, but if you need precision, you can use your, if you have this Stampin', you can use a ruler if you need to, but if you have the paper, this Stampin' Up mats with the grid, you can use that. Now I'm gonna just place this here. Now you see how that's kind of blue? I made sure that your guys's strips all have like just the flowers, so you don't have the blue there. But that's okay for me because I'm pretty much going to cover it anyway. So they should be about 6 inch, ½ inch by 6 inch pieces and just go right across. And you'll notice that mine are not. And the reason is because I didn't have enough of one color or another, but it's going to get covered anyway. So I'm going to cut mine, and you won't have to do this, but I am going to cut mine because it's going to get covered by the tag. So it would go right about there, right? Now you're putting a whole strip. So you're leaving about, an 1/8 of an inch of space. Let's bring this down here. So like I said, you would be putting the whole strip down, just like this one is the whole strip. Okay. Now all of that, you're not going to see that on mine. And then this long one, all of yours are 6 inches long. And should you have one, just in case, maybe I goofed and you might have one that's shorter, then you can do the same little trick and just cut it. Okay, so you see how I just moved that down, and now this last one is going to get cut as well, and it will get covered in the center. but your strip will be long. I think I said that like 3 times already in this video. Okay. So the reason why your strip is longer is because you want to be able to cover the whole thing. So now I'm just going to cut this off, or you could use your trimmer if you want to be precise. Just cut that off. Okay. Okay. I didn't bring garbage over here. I'm not prepared. Okay, so there you have it. All right, now we'll put dimensionals. Whoops. I don't do Facebook Lives anymore. Well, I haven't for a long time. I'm going to again, but I don't know when. And I like to use a lot of dimensionals. They are my friend. Okay, and like I said, this whole thing, you're doing the same thing for each and every card. Okay. So that looks about centered. Okay. And now we're going to open this up. So when you open this up, just be really careful. Your rhinestones may be hidden behind something, but there's a lot of die cutting. So, and you'll also notice that, oh, in this one I have 2 of these, but so I might be missing a smaller one and another, but I'm not using the smaller. I gave you a bigger one and a smaller one of these tags. Okay, because maybe you want to use a smaller sentiment, and like, so this card has a bigger sentiment, but let me find a card, but this one has a smaller one. So you have the option depending on the sentiment that you're going to use. So let's just put this down, and I want to go over to the left a little bit. So I lied, this might show a little bit, and I might, get another piece of paper and cover that up. So if it doesn't, for me, not for you, but for me, if it doesn't cover everything up, I'm just going to get another strip and cover it up. I try to be very careful about using my scraps before into whole pieces of paper. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Maybe I'll move it over a little bit. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Okay, so my sentiment is coming from a set by Echo Park, and I love this Happy Birthday. I don't know what it's called. It came in a kit that I purchased, but I really just love the font on the birthday. So I'm going to use this. It's from, like I said, Echo Park. It looks like that. It came in a kit. I don't know if it's available or not. But like I said in the description, is to just use what you have, right? So I'm going to go over to the right a little bit so I can put my flowers down here. Oh, I love that. I just love that. Wait, is that in focus? Here we go. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. Actually, I'm not putting it to the side. I'm going to put one dimensional behind there because I have to insert things underneath. So I want it to come out about here. Okay. And now we can layer the flowers. So let's put all these garden green. And some of these are actually Stampin' Up! Current merchandise that I purchased. I forget what set it comes from, but I think it's these leaves. I think it's like Notes of Nature. I'm doing a class and I had to purchase the set that I'm doing the class with because I didn't have it. and I wanted to do that class with someone who's a demonstrator. Okay, so I am going to start layering. Yeah, I don't like the way this, I need like white paper underneath because it's so hard to see, isn't it? I'm going to get white paper. It's just this mat is too hard to see. So let's go here. That'll be better. Now, on some of these, on some of your flowers, you might notice it might tear a little bit, but it's okay if that happens. It's hard to get out. I tried not to. I try to keep everything that might have been damaged in my own kit. But sometimes it just happens. Okay, so there's always ways to hide it. So that one's a little torn, so I'm going to hide it. And so is this little corner. Okay, so that little corner and this, there's always a way to hide it. And that's why I keep these two. So that way I can show you just in case you get one of these that might be a little bit damaged. Okay, and then I'm going to take this piece. Okay, so there's a larger and a smaller, and then there was another, a medium and a small, and then the large, and then the medium I just put on top of the large. So you had two mediums, okay? And that one's gonna go right there. All right. And then this, the same thing, the large, the medium, and then this little insert. So today my husband and I took a bride to IKEA, which is about 35 minutes from my house. And we went early this morning when they opened because that's part of why I'm not doing live videos. My room is a real mess and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to stay in the basement and knock down a wall or if I'm going to go up to my office and move into that room and move my work office, my actual work, into the basement. I'm really tired of not having enough light down here, which is one of the reasons why I want to knock down a wall, but we have to decide which is going to make more sense. I don't do I used to do classes down here in the basement. I don't do them anymore, so I kind of want to go back upstairs. Not back upstairs, I want to go upstairs. Okay, so this flower is going to go here, and the part that's a little damaged is going to go up this way because it's going to get covered by this flower. Okay, so I'm going to put that on here. You can use glue dots, you can use glue, whatever makes you more comfortable. I'm going to put another glue dot under here, but first I want to put my leaves underneath before I do that. Dimensional, I should say. And then I'm going to put this right in here. Actually, I am going to put another dimensional. I need the lift. Okay. And then this one's going to go right up here. And it hides that messed up one. And then this one's going to go underneath. So let's just say this was messed up a little bit. If it were, the messed up part you can put right underneath like that. Okay. And did I use, I think I used a dimensional behind here. So that's just going to go like that. And then we're going to start layering all these leaves. Now, you may have more leaves than what I used in the original card, which is fine. I don't know, it looks so blurry. So you just play with them and layer them the way you want to. Now, the vellum is underneath and these will go on top of the vellum. So I'm going to use glue dots here, pardon my arms. I'm going to use glue dot. And I'm going to go underneath there. And then I'm going to take one of these mint soft seafoam leaves, and I'm going to put one of those. Now you can always cut the leaves down if you need to, of course. Put one of those under there. Okay, and then I'll take this one, this double one, and I am going to put a dimensional behind there. And that will go around here somewhere, like that. And then I'll take this leaf and put a dimensional behind that as well. Kind of grabbing the bottom there and sticking that underneath as well. That has, this is why I didn't want to put the dimensional. Okay, I'm taking a dimensional out from the bottom because it's in my way, and that's why we don't put dimensionals first. And then that's going to go under there like that. Okay. Now I'm not doing it exactly like the sample, but similar. And let's see, maybe this one's going to go under here, like the sample. And then this little one will go under there as well. And like I said, you could put as many or as few as you'd like. I'm going to put this over here. This one's bothering me a little bit. Okay. It's going to go there, but I'm going to put a dimensional underneath there and hold that down. Okay, that's better. And let's see. Do I want that there? Yeah, I think so. I feel like something could go here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do these two up here instead. And I'll do glue dot with that. And this will go right on top of that glue dot as well. It needs its own glue dot. You have to just play with this a little bit. They're very delicate, these leaves. Okay. So now you're going to obviously need to throw some dimensionals behind these to keep them firm. And then, do we need it here? Nope, we don't. Okay, so then you have the gems. And these are easy enough to, I found these gems at Michael's in a bin. One of those bins when you walk out the door. They always get you with those bins. So does Home Goods, right? If you have a Home Goods near you. So there you have it. Now I have one extra leaf, so if I want to use it, I can, but I don't. So I'm going to put it to the side. And then there you have it. So this is the format, and you could change it up any way you want. This is the format for all the cards. So I hope that you enjoy this kit. It was, just note that I don't generally do 8 cards for this class. Usually my classes are $45 shipped and you get 5 cards, which are always over the top, and always with a little special gift in it. But this was a special class because I have a lot of leftover pieces of designer series paper. So I wanted to use it up. And if I had enough, and actually, can you really tell that there's no paper right here? So you can't tell up here at all. You can tell a little bit over here, but not really. Um, you can't really tell, like right in here and here. But it's going to bother me, so I will put another strip. I'll find a little strip to cover it up because that's my Virgo in me. So yeah, so that's why I was able to do 8 and use up a lot of card stock that I have from Stampin' Up because I am going to be looking into other card stock. I am still using Stampin' Up product because I have it. And like I said, when I take a class and have to buy something, and I'm just not a demonstrator anymore because I didn't have enough customers to help me with my monthly minimums, and I was really making huge investment, and um, so I just kind of backed off, and now I will just order from friends. So if anybody needs a demonstrator to order from, I can recommend you to somebody, several actually of my friends. But anyway, I'll be back with some more videos, help showing you some more card kits in the future. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this one. I really had a good time making them for you. And I hope you enjoy your little treat. Bye.